shopping at Ulta. First things first, are you guys enjoying my new background? This is soon gonna be like decked out for like all different holidays, like the top of this, and I have more things I'm doing back here. So this is in an opposite corner of my room. I'm really happy with it. I just feel like it looks better. Half of my face is still more lit than the other half, and I'm getting lights in here and it's gonna be great. This setup is going to be much better. But for now, this is the beginnings of what my setup will look like. Today's video is going to be an Ulta haul, try on, first impressions video. First things first, a little disclaimer. I have already tried some of these products out, okay? I've already tried a lot of them out, but not like formally in front of the camera, and I've only tried them a handful of times. Some of them I bought like a month ago, and others I just bought today. So it just depends. Before we start, I have some mascara on from earlier, and so I need to take it off. So we're gonna start getting into trying on some products. So the first thing I have to test out here is this Garnier Skin Active Moisture Balm, the Antioxidant Super Moisturizer. So I'm going to start by just, it's a really like watery kind of formula. And I have tried this before, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't make me break out at all, but I don't know, I'm still trying it. I've worn it a few times, and yeah, so far I really like it. It's really hydrating. I believe this is new. I could be wrong. A lot of this stuff is actually stuff that's been out for a while, and I just never really got around to trying it out, or I didn't have an interest in it, and then now I do, and I'm like, let's give it a shot. Now let's get into our eye cream. This is the Icelandic Relief Eye Cream by Skin Iceland, and this is super cool. It just looks like it's going to be a really rich eye cream, but you sit here and you're like, and it's almost like jiggly and really solid, and nothing comes off on your finger, which is really weird. So all I'm going to do is just pat this under my eye. I just like rub my finger across the surface, so I'm just kind of like pressing this in, and so far I really like both this and the moisturizer. They're both really hydrating. So unfortunately, I don't have a new primer to try out for you guys, so I'm just gonna prime my face real quick. So when I sat down to film, I was like, I didn't buy a foundation. And I was like, well, I'll just have to use one I've used before, like whatever. And then I was like, wait, I have samples of stuff I haven't tried out yet. So we have the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup, and it's just this little foil pouch of it, and it's actually enough to do my whole face. And so I'm going to try this out on camera for you. I'm going to squirt it into this little dish, just tear the top off. I really appreciate when companies actually give you enough to do your whole face, because how else are you going to see if you like it? By just swatching it a little bit, or just like feeling the product. Like, what are you going to be able to tell from a swatch on your hand at home that you couldn't tell in the store? And so I've never used this. I tried it on Autumn yesterday for homecoming because I needed something to match her shade, and I had a sample of this. It is really, really liquidy. Wow. Okay. It was pretty full coverage on her, I felt like. And so I'm interested to see how it looks on my skin. I'm going to blend it in with this damp beauty blender. Okay, that's like actually, whoa, that's really oily. Okay, I don't know that I like that. I don't know if you can see how like oily that is, but it's like really oily. Okay, we're gonna try this. Hopefully it'll be good for my dry skin. So I'm just gonna dot it around my face. I think this is gonna be a little too light for me because I'm 3.0 in the All Nighter from Urban Decay. So yeah, but like whatever. I have bronzer. I'll just bronze up my face. Some of my family is down in North Carolina right now, and I'm really jealous. Okay, it's not a terrible match, but I definitely would have gotten a little bit darker. Okay, it's one of those foundations where your beauty blender like sort of seems to soak it up a lot. And so I'm not sure about that this is the best way to apply it, but when I applied it in autumn, a brush kind of smeared around. I'm gonna try a different brush. I'm not sure about like the best method of applying this, but it doesn't seem to be clinging to any dry patches. And I'd say this is probably medium coverage. And I think it's pretty buildable, so we're just gonna go ahead and try to build up some coverage. Yep, I'd say this is like medium, and you can like build to full. Okay, so yeah, definitely a little bit light, and I'd say a little bit on the warm side. I don't know that it's even light. I think it's just warm. It's warm, and it looks very strange. Not the right color, it's overly yellow, but that's okay. I can fix that. All right, it feels really actually hydrated for, yeah, I actually really like the product. I think this is something I would try again. So this is a very dewy foundation, and to continue with the dewy theme, I'm going to use the Hey Honey Trick and Treat Active Propolis Concealer, and as far as I know, this doesn't really come in shades, so we're just, whatever, I don't know. If it comes in shades, then I'm using whatever shade I have. Okay, so I just took a little bit, it's like a little squeezy tube, and I just took a little bit of that on my fingers, and I'm just going to go between my fingers, and then I like to just kind of pat it under the under eye. I've actually used this for probably about the past week or so, and I've been loving it, and I will actually just use my finger. And it has fairly good coverage. It doesn't completely cover my under eye circles, but it doesn't look heavy. It doesn't look like concealer, and so it brightens my under eyes, and I set that down. I'm going to use something fairly new to me. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to just take this lighter pinky shade. These two shades are actually a little bit on the dark side. If I mix these two, it's fine, but I haven't found the best way to use this one yet. So I'm just taking that lighter tone, and I'm just going to set my under eyes. Okay, this foundation is like liquid lipstick. It dries down. And so it's actually drying down to a pretty matte finish, I feel like. But yet, I can still feel it. I don't know how to describe this. So now moving on to my least favorite part of this whole operation. I'm going to be doing my brows, and I have two new brow products. This is the e.l.f. Wax Brow Crown, whatever you want to call this. You put the wax on, and then you put the brow powder on top, and it makes it intense, and that's how you fill in your brows. So I've actually tried this method once before, and it was very ridiculous to do. Instead of like just taking this and going like right over my brows and like trying to fill them in and do the tail like that, I'm going to take my Die Hard favorite brow product and do the tail of my eyebrow, and then I will use this for the front. So I did the tail of my brows, and that was kind of just to save time instead of trying to like do it with the wax, because I don't really like to do powder for my whole brow, so that's just me, and I'm just saving time here because I just am. So now I'm just going to run the wax over my brows. Okay, it's kind of like picking my foundation up if there's any like around the area I don't love, but... So now we're taking the second new-ish product. This is the Anastasia Brow Powder in medium brown. I've had this for a while, but it's still kind of new to me. So I'm going to take this e.l.f. Precision brush and just brush this lighter shade in the medium brown through the front of my brows. This is actually like a perfect match for what the front of my brow should look like. Doing like your brows like this, I feel like you have to use like a ton of powder. I really like this brow powder. I feel like Anastasia does a really good job with making believable brow shades instead of making them pull too warm. So now I'm taking the darker shade and blending out. This wax isn't bad. You really feel it. Like when you go like this, it just feels like you have something on your brow, which with the pomade, it does not. So since I didn't pick up a new eye primer because I already have one I love, and I don't really want to I didn't need to try out anything else, I'm just taking some Milani eyeshadow primer all over my lids. So the new eye product I'm using is the Butter London Glaze and Eye Gloss in Oil Slick, and this is a really beautiful color product. It has like a little seal you take off, and then it's this jiggly goodness inside. I'm just going to dip my finger here. Fiona Styles has a product like this, and it's really like the tiniest amount, goes a long way. So I'm just gonna kind of lay this down on my lid, and it feels cold and wet and weird. And before it sets all the way, I'm going to take this brush by Urban Decay. It's their shading brush, and just blend the outer edges of this. Not gonna lie, this kind of burns my eyelid. It's not enough that I won't use it, but it just feels like hot and kind of makes my eyes water a little bit. I definitely think because you have to blend this out, sparkle in this color that I have becomes a lot less, and it just kind of looks like a burgundy wash on the lid. So this is what that looks like now. And it just doesn't look the same as in a swatch. So I'm gonna go back in and build it up. So I'm gonna try to just kind of lay it on a little bit thicker and just let it dry. That's like my biggest fear with this product, is that I'm not going to let it dry enough, and I'm going to open my eyes and it's going to crease. Honestly, I think they should change the name of this product, because it is definitely not what I would classify as an eye gloss. I feel like an eye gloss is much more, like, never dries. You know, you think of like a lip gloss, and I feel like an eye gloss is basically a lip gloss for your eyes, and this actually does dry down. Okay, so here's it up close. On the eyeshadow, I absolutely think it's gorgeous. I really do love this color. I do wish either like Buxom sold a shadow to top this with, because I think I would like to top this with a shadow. But I'm not going to for the purposes of this video, and I'm going to go and finish up my eye look. Alright, so my eyes are finished up. I just used Tease and Blackout from the Naked 2 palette, and I just kind of blended the crease out a little bit and added some depth on the outer corner. And now we are going to use this Neutrogena Nourishing Eyeliner in the color Brushed Pewter. And it's kind of this taupey, I guess, pewter shade. Okay, yeah, this is giving impact. Alright, it's not the creamiest eyeliner ever, but it's not, like, painful. But it's not gliding over this eye gloss too much. It's kind of making it bunch up and giving me a good amount of fallout. It's, like, making it chunk up. Okay, let's, like, try to fix that. Okay, so this liner isn't bad. It's not great. It has a smudger tip on the end that I'm going to actually try to, like, smudge things out a little bit. Okay, it does smudge, but it does make that, eye gloss kind of flake off. Now for the second eyeliner of the day, this is the Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil. This is supposed to be really easy to glide on your eyes and waterproof. That's what they all say. And I'm going to try this in my lower inner rim, and I need to use my big mirror to do this, so sorry. It brightened things up a little bit, but not... Oh, well, my eyes do look more open. Yeah, I like that. It's not too harsh like a white would be, and it's not drastic. I have really watery eyes, so it's hard to get anything to really give me impact in there. So it can't be like too creamy, or that's really creamy. And it wasn't like, it didn't like poke me in the eye, but it's hard to get anything to really show up down there. So yeah, my eyes look more wide awake. I like that. That's pretty. So now to finish things up, I'm going to try out this Essence Lash Princess Mascara. It has a pretty standard wand. It's like natural bristled. So, right now this is a wetter formula mascara. I don't mind that too much, but I think it will dry out in the next couple of weeks. For face products, for our contour, we're going to use the Kat Von D Shade in Light, and I think I'm going to use the middle shade right here. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to take a really light hand with this darkest shade. These have a lot of fallout, which doesn't bother me, but I know it bothers some people clearly, because they swirled their brush. They swirled our brush in certain palettes and tried to make them fall apart. Ooh, yes. This darker shade is like slightly warmer, and it just, oh my gosh, it's like looking really awesome. It's a little bit hard to blend out, I feel like, though, because of my lighter skin tones. I have to be a little bit careful with it. Now let's try out this Tarte blush in Party with 3 A's. And it's a really bright pinky mauve color. Nice rosy flush to the cheeks. I don't love a lot of blush, so I'm applying it lightly. Now we're going to go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Precious Petals. This is a little on the dark side, my skin tone, but regardless, it still looks glowy. And so if you are any lighter than me, this might look like a pink streak on your face. If you are like medium to tan, I think this would look super gorgeous. Last but not least, we're going to try out this Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color in Fire Starter. I love a good red lip, so let's see. Will this pass the standards? Wow, that is really full coverage. It's not streaky. And it is a really bright red color. It looks orange on camera. It's not. Wow. That is all I have to say to that. Wow, I really like it. So, my overall thoughts. I really like the moisturizer and eye cream. They're both very moisturizing while not being heavy, and they're good for under makeup. The foundation, it is definitely a semi-matte finish. I don't feel it as much, and I think it's kind of like oxidized a little bit to match me. And once I put the rest of my makeup on, it looks good. It's still a little on the yellow side. I'd probably still get 3.0, even though it looks too dark. I think it's just a undertone thing, and 3.0 I think would match perfectly fine. I do like that. I don't know how well it's going to sit on my skin and everything. My first impression, I really like it. Then that Hey Honey concealer, I really like. I think that's going to be perfect for no makeup days when you don't want to look like you're wearing concealer but still have some coverage for under your eyes. I really like it. It's only available in one shade, so if you are medium to deep skin tone, that will not work for you at all. It's going to be way too light and it's not going to do what it should do. But that's really pretty. Kat Von D palette, I really like it. I think I have to be careful with it because it can be too dark for me. It just can be. So if you're darker than me, I think you'll really like that. If you're lighter than me, just be careful, and I think it could still work for you. It's a really pretty palette. The brow products, the wax, I think my eyebrows still look shiny, which is really weird, but I think they do, especially like right in here. So I think I don't know. I honestly am not a big fan of that. I will continue to test it out, but I'm not loving it right now. I think it makes my eyebrows look wet and it feels heavy and I don't love it. Brow powder now, I really like. Medium brown is a perfect shade match for me, and I'm going to like it for setting my other brow products down, like my pencils and pomades. I really like it for that. The Butter London product I like as long as you can get an even application. This eye, it's not even. It's really shimmery in here and then like just like washed out looking out here. So if you can get an even application and you don't have, if you have sensitive eyes, I don't think this will be good for you. I think it will burn your eyes because it stings mine a little bit, but the stinging has gone away, and so I think it's a nice product. I think it's gorgeous, but I think you have to kind of finesse it a little bit to make it work. But once it's on, I think it's pretty, and I think it would be even prettier if you top it with a shadow of a similar color. Liners, the Neutrogena one, not my favorite, not bad. It's okay. That's all I really have to say about it. And now the Essence one, I think is pretty. It's brightening. I think if you are looking for a good inexpensive nude liner, that is like $2.99 at Ulta, and I really do think that's a good buy. The Tarte brush is really pretty. You have to use it with a lead hand. It's really pigmented. It's much more pigmented than you would ever think. The highlighter, gorgeous. Not for really fair skin tones, but gorgeous. It has a very strong pink undertone, so if you don't like that, I don't think you'll like it. It's not icy pink, it's like warm pink. And then this matte lip color is gorgeous. I love this so much. I will definitely wear this again. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me to know whether you like my videos or not. Subscribe down below so you never miss another video, and we can expand the Marlee fam here on YouTube. And when I get to 50 subscribers, I will do a challenge. So start leaving me recommendations for challenges down below so that I can get some ideas for what I want to do. And if I choose yours, I will give you a shout out. And if I choose one for my own brain, well then, there's that too. But give me good ideas down below. And I will see you guys in Wednesday's video. Bye!